Hi everyone! Before the completion, I just wanted to explain how this level's memory works and how I approached it. If you didn't know, there are 6 error columns throughout the level that are randomized every attempt, with the errors either pointing up or down. That makes for a total amount of 64 potential codes for the memory part. Those errors are 12%, 20%, 29%, 43%, 58%, and 68%. The way the memory works is that the errors indicate which path each ship must follow in this part at 78%. The order of the errors is important since errors 1 and 2 give the path for the first split path, 3 and 4 for the second, and 5 and 6 for the third, and every time the first one of the two is where player 1 should go, so 1, 3 and 5, and the second one is where player 2 should go, so 2, 4 and 6. Also, don't get confused since player 1 is behind player 2 in this part. Let's take the example of my completion. Arrows showed up, down, down, up, which means P1 goes up, P2 goes down, P1 goes up and P2 goes up, and finally P1 goes down and P2 goes up. Now this is already by itself pretty hard to remember at first. But keep in mind, you would also have to memorize 6 directions during the level and not mess up. So here's where my strat comes into play. Since errors work in pairs, you only really have to remember 3 informations, one for each split path. My way of going about this was to replace up by 1 and down by 0. Then I would break down the code into 3 pairs of digits and think of them as binary numbers, and then remember their normal base 10 value, so their value in our usual counting system. If you don't understand how binary counting works, all you need to know for this strat is that 0, 0 is 0, 0, 1 is 1, 1, 0 is 2, and 1, 1 is 3. This may look like it's making it harder, but remembering 3 digits ranging from 0 to 3 is a lot easier than remembering 6 up or down symbols. And at most, you'll only ever have to remember 3 digits during the level. Most importantly, these numbers can directly translate to where your ships are going. 0 means both ships go down, 1 means only the ship which is further ahead goes up, 2 means only the ship which is further back goes up, and 3 means both ships go up. I'll take the example of my completion, but with the strat. Instead of remembering up then down here, I remember 1, then 0, and transform that into a 2, which means I already know where my ships will go for the first path, and I only keep the 2 in mind before doing the same with the next 2 digits, and then the last 2. Keep in mind you have to do all this while playing the level, so try to take advantage of small breaks at 20%, 45%, and 55% to make sure you know the code you have so far, and one last time before entering the desync session after seeing the last code at 68%. I'll keep the digits in the corner of the video so you can always see what numbers I'm memorizing and the full code above. I do have to memorize the 1 here, otherwise I can't know the 2-digit code, but once I see the second one, I can turn that into a 3 and forget about the 1. This all makes sense in my head, but if you don't feel like this strat is helping you, then feel free to try something different that works for you. I will also upload my start position copies if you want to practice. I removed the spike that kills you at the end if you don't have the full code, because unless you're practicing from the first start position, there's literally no way to know the code. But I do recommend trying to remember parts of the code, or at least the parts that you can see. One last thing to keep in mind is that there are some multiple parts where you can choose which ship goes to which path, and that will have consequences on where your ships are going for further parts. So whenever you're first discovering this level, try to make note of where you want each ship to go for each part, so that when you're practicing later, you can make sure that the ships are going the same way and you're not practicing at parts completely wrong. That's all for me though. Enjoy the completion and happy Unrated Appreciation Month. 1-0. Mais pourquoi tu parles? Genre, juste ferme ta gueule et souviens-toi que c'est un 0 et le 1 tu t'en souviendras. 3. 3. 2, 3. Yes! What the fuck? What the fuck? Quoi? Mais c'est le meilleur fluk de ma vie. Comment ça j'ai fluk de 60? Allô? Quoi? Ok. Fluk de 60. Je vais peut-être revoir à ma baisse mon estimation. Mon estimation de la difficulté parce que what the fuck. Écoutez ce message. C'est très important. Bon bah ok. 14 125 morts.